Wow, that was awesome. Probably my favorite part about that was Liam's goatee. Liam should rock the goatee again. Anyway, guys, I'm excited tonight to continue on this talk about Jesus, and we've been talking about Jesus as a sacrifice, and I've labeled my message, Jesus is my King. And I just want to kind of take you again back in history a little bit and remind you that after all of those rules that Liam and Tanya were talking about, the children of God, or the Jews, they got discontent. And they kept asking for a king. And so God gave them a king, even though his intent the whole time was to be their king. So I can only imagine how sad it would have been for God Almighty to have to give them a king when all he wanted was their hearts to have them as king. This is why I labeled my message, Jesus is my King. Okay, so keep that in mind. So they wanted a king, and then they got kings. They got a bunch of kings, all the way up to the point where then their king got, well, I guess beaten in war, let's say, and then eventually a new kingdom in the time of Jesus takes over, and it's the Roman kingdom. So this is where we find Jesus. And as you guys have been going through Jesus' life, like Jesus' life, in my opinion, is like a really cool movie or a really cool book. And then the main character dies. And you're kind of left unsettled. And you're left wanting to know more. The thing is, the reason why they killed Jesus is they didn't want him to be their king. And see, Jesus came into the whole system, and he started turning the world upside down with love your neighbor as yourself. Love the Lord your God with all your heart. And he started showing them how all these rules that they had started to make such a high place didn't work if Jesus wasn't the Lord and King. And so they literally accused him, and they brought him to trial, and they accused him of saying he's claimed to be king. It went to trial. They put a crown of thorns on his head. They pressed the crown of thorns into his flesh. They put a purple robe on him. They paraded him through the streets, mocking him. My heart hurts when I see this. The story doesn't end there. They hang him on a cross that was designed for the worst of criminals. And they put a plaque above his head that said, Jesus, King of the Jews. The Pharisees, or the religious rulers of that day, asked Herod to take it down and say that he claimed. But Herod said, no, this is what I've written. He is the King of the Jews. The question I want to ask is he king of your life? You see, the Pharisees dismissed him as king of their lives, to the fact as they mocked him and killed him. Are you subject to the way of his authority? You see, there's only two ways to live, for him or against him. He's either the king of your life, or he's something that we have to dismiss as crazy. Maybe you have even mocked him or mocked others that have chose to make him king of their life. He didn't look like a thief, but they gave him a thief sentence. The thief on the cross that was next to him recognized that he was the Son of God. And he says, remember me in your kingdom. You know what? Jesus didn't say, you know what, there's no thieves in my kingdom. He said, today you will be with me in my kingdom. So yes, he died. Yes, he rose again. That part's coming in the weeks to come. Jerome's going to be preaching some awesome message on Jesus' resurrection. But the question that still needs answering, have you and will you make him king and Lord of your life? Have you made him king of your heart? And are you willing to be subject to his authority and obey him as Lord, as your Lord and your King? Guys, this is a question that you have to wrestle through daily. Make Jesus the Lord of your life today.